What's up, folks? What's up? My name is Amy Gaskin. I'm a certified Trim Healthy Mama coach. And today I just wanted to come live and do a fun little free Trim Healthy Basics workshop. So comment hashtag basics because the foundations of Trim Healthy Mama, it's just super, super important. Okay. So, y'all just hang on in. We're going to wait just a few minutes to see if we have some friends hop on. I tried to share that I would be here live at noon Central. So we have Linda. Hey, Linda. There's Julia. Hey, how are you doing? I missed all your little stories, Julia. You were doing so good on those. Very encouraging. All right. This live session, I just want to take a minute because I see women all the time talking about, you know, how THM is hard or it's not sustainable. And I'm like, yes, it's not hard and it is sustainable. So anyway, I just wanted to bring a little bit of truth to you guys, love on y'all a little bit, and hopefully encourage you and inspire you to use this knowledge as power, because when we know better, we can do better and we can be better. And so I want to support you in that. One of my passions in life is to support women. And God has used that passion in a lot of different ways throughout my life. And right now it's definitely being a certified THM coach. I'm also a certified health coach and life coach. And I just want to share this with you guys today. So thanks so much for being here. If you're watching the replay, all the puffy hearts to you too. So while you're here with me, if you like what you're hearing, give me some hearts and some thumbs up so I know that I'm doing a good job. And I'm just going to just enjoy being here with you guys today. So we're going to talk about, of course, the Trim Healthy Mama plan. Trim Healthy Mama is a way of eating that has 100% transformed my life. If you've never heard my story before, I'm going to give you a little taste of what I looked like. I didn't look like this. I didn't feel like this. I didn't think like this. I didn't walk in confidence like I do now. I didn't eat with health being the priority. A lot of times I was definitely emotionally eating. I was addicted to food, and I didn't really know that until I began doing THM. So I have been eating the Trim Healthy Mama Way food plan for over 8 years. And I started out, I was in a size 10, but I probably should have been in a 12 or maybe even a 14. And I'm only 5'2", very short. And I was just super unhealthy. The weight and the size clothes is something that, you know, it's a good metric, but I just want to say the way that I felt was the pits. I was in so much pain. I hurt so bad. And Trim Healthy Mama literally took me from somebody that I didn't recognize, a life that I didn't enjoy, even though my husband's amazing, my children are wonderful, just super, super difficult. And Trim Healthy Mama has made a 180-degree transformation in my life where I'm someone that I am happy to be. You know, and I always loved myself, but it's just different when you're taking care of yourself, when you feel good, it's just different. And so I hope I can share the basics of THM that is in a simple way that you can take and implement it in your life, okay? So simplifying this amazing lifestyle is key because we can make it super difficult. And so these are the basics. So we start with the core principles of THM, and that is keeping your blood sugar stable with healthy foods, matched well, and adequate protein. So there are two basic fueling types with THM. There's a lot of letters that Trim Healthy people use, but the main ones that we're going to talk about today, the letter S for satisfying meals, and the letter E for energizing meals. And the method of separating our fats and carbs in our fueling, it helps stabilize blood sugar, and that's key for our health and our weight management, okay? So S meals focus on healthy fats. They are anchored in protein. They're very low in carb, and we bring in non-starchy veggies. Great for satiety, great for, getting that fat to our brain so that it can work well. And they're super yummy, right? E-meals are scary to a lot of people because, well, S-meals could be too. If you're coming from a low-fat mentality, S-meals could scare you. E-meals could scare you because you might think that's going to be like eating a piece of dried cardboard, like chicken, and, rice. Ugh, I don't want to eat that. E-meals are so much more than that. But this is how they are created. They're centered on that anchored lean protein. We bring in a healthy carb source, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. They're very low in fat. We add a little bit of fat to that non-starchy veggie, and we have a lot of energy whenever we have those meals. Remember, E stands for energizing, okay? A critical part of Trim Healthy Mama that is especially highlighted in this new ginormous book. Now, don't let this scare you. I'm not going to go into details of that right now, but Serena and Pearl, the writers, the authors of Trim Healthy Mama, have just finished this book. It's taken them 3 years to finish it. It is just packed with amazing information for us. But I just want to pull just a smidge out of there. Something they've been teaching us for over a year while they've been writing this book and sharing with us freely on their weekly podcast is how important it is to have adequate protein throughout our day. So it's not just, I need 120 grams of protein, so I'm going to have 90 at breakfast, and then I only have to have a little bit later in the day. No. Studies that they have quoted in this book, information that they've given us show that you need 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal for muscle making. We want to make muscle and keep it. And that right there is huge. As we age, maintaining muscle and even making muscle, creating muscle, building muscle, however you want to say it. I say stuff weird. But anyway, it's so important. It's so important for reducing the risk of diseases. And this is for men and women and children. And then also it improves our longevity. I want to live as long as possible in the most healthy way. Amen. And so I hope you do too. And that book, along with other things that we have out with Trim Healthy Mama, it really just shows how important it is to have that adequate protein. I haven't always had that adequate protein, but when I've learned, I know better, I do better, and I am better. And I hope that you will see that for yourself as well. The other thing that it talks about, and if you've never heard the word lutein bolus before, don't write me off. It's a weird phrase, a lutein bolus. What the heck is that? We want at least 3 grams of lutein per meal. That right there, girls, is our key for muscle synthesis. And that's what we want to do. As we age, our muscles are decreasing. It's just what happens. But if we're replacing it with that adequate protein, and then using weight training, we can build it and we can be healthier. It's just amazing. So I definitely would love to talk to y'all more about that, but it won't be today. All right. So integrating protein strategies into our THM meals. I fuel 4 times a day. I have 30 grams of protein per fueling most of the time. And I'm not only supporting my metabolism, I'm also contributing to long-term muscle health and overall, optimization, truly, is what I'm doing. I just want you to understand the importance of the THM plan and the ties that we have to protein and how important that is. Non-starchy veggies are super important too, because when we have those non-starchy veggies, we actually are giving our body fiber, which helps with our gut. It helps with cleaning our muscles. It helps with detoxing our body, and it keeps us fuller longer. I mean, it's seriously a win-win. So Susie, I don't think there really is a Susie Washington, but I always say Susie. If Susie is talking to me or listening to me talk about all this stuff and she's like, okay, fine, I can have 30 grams of protein. Today, y'all, I just had a hamburger patty that my husband made. I grilled and I reheated it and I just put it on top of a salad. And she might be like, what do I do? How do I get those non-starchy veggies? Well, let me tell you, I literally just had one of those boxes of spring mix salad. I pulled a couple of handfuls out. I used my salad choppers from Pampered Chef that I love so much. Chopped up that salad real small. I put some goat cheese because I love goat cheese. Something I never had pre-THM. Had some olive oil and salt, pepper, and nutritional yeast. Then I put my hamburger on there, done. I had lunch. So easy. So easy. So I had adequate protein. It was an S meal. I had fat from, it was venison burger that also had venison pork sausage added to it. So a little fat from there. And then I also had the goat cheese, just a little garnish amount really, and the olive oil. So those are my fat sources. And then I had the leafy greens. Oh, and I did cut up a little cucumber. So anyway, that was my S meal. So good. Okay. So whenever we're building our meals, I want to go over what those can look like. Again, S meals focus on healthy fats. We anchor it in protein. Like I said, it's low in carb. And then our E meals are centered around those healthy carbs, and then has lean protein and non-starchy veggie. Okay. Now, how do we apply how do we apply these principles in our life? I'm just a regular old girl. Okay. I'm 43 years old. I've been married for almost 24 years. I have 5 children. I run a full-time business. My parents live in my backyard. I have friends. My boys play travel ball. We're gone almost every weekend. 2 of my girls are in college. They're on the dance team, so they're performing at football games, basketball games, stage performances. Our other daughter, our youngest daughter, she dances and she has performances and practices and she does things. And so we are busy. I understand busy. But you can do this, okay? What's something important to me? I cook once and eat all week. Meal planning, understanding how to prep, understanding how to balance these plates. So these are some really good principles that I have been doing for a really long time, and they work. So I wanted to give you that little tip as well. So let's talk about what these meals can look like. Breakfast for an E could be an oatmeal with adequate protein. Trim Healthy Mama has protein products, powders and things that you can use, or you could do a cup of cottage cheese with your oatmeal. Done. Check. Sweeten it with on-plan sweetener. With Trim Healthy Mama, we do not have white sugar. We don't do white flours. Most of the time, not white potatoes. Other than that, it's pulling foods that we know are healthy. They're not fried, that kind of stuff, and keeping it whole food based. Of course, if you want to put some berries in that oatmeal, that would be delicious too. That's actually kind of what I made this morning, except instead of oats, I had quinoa. I do have a free Marco Polo Sharecast called the Southern Scoop. We will pop that link in the comments here. If anybody would like to join that, I go live randomly and share bits of my Trim Healthy life. So I would love for you to join that if you're interested. But I did show how I made that breakfast this morning with quinoa and berries. And I use fat-free Greek yogurt and optimized plant protein powder from Trim Healthy Mama. A lunch, again, the S meal like I described. Some salad, leftover burger with, you could even use avocado for your fat source. I used olive oil and goat cheese. Lots of options. So the key to me, for me to keep this sustainable is variety and also rotation. And that helps keep your metabolism guessing, which will also prevent that taste bud boredom that a lot of us do fall into sometimes when we're following something. The last key that I want to talk to you about with Trim Healthy Mama and the way that I view it and the way that I've been able to do this for 8 years is that I have long-term thinking. A lot of times I see women, and I've had over 1,000 clients. So if anybody has experienced this, it's this girl. Okay, I know. Women come into Trim Healthy Mama. Women come into keto. Women come into carnivore. Women come into Weight Watchers. Name it. You name it. This is how they come into this. Short-term thinking. I'm going to give this 3 weeks. And if I don't lose weight, forget it. I'm going to give this a week. You know what? I've been eating healthy for a whole week and I haven't seen the scale go down at all. Honey, it took you 10, 20 years to get where you are. I think it's going to take a little more than a week or a little more than 3 weeks. It might take you 6 months, right? It could happen. Now, a lot of people do lose less time than that. They see changes. We celebrate non-scale victories in coaching all the time. One of my favorites, now if you're a man, close your ears. One of my favorites is I have to buy new underwear, Coach Amy. They're falling off of me. That is the best. So weight loss isn't everything, because right now my scale is a little higher than it should be, but I'm still in my size 4s. And you want to know why? It's because muscle weighs just like fat does, just like water. It's just how much I literally weigh. But muscle also takes up a lot less space, and muscle is going to keep me healthy for that longevity, for that long-term thinking. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at when I'm a grandmother. I have 5 children. My oldest is almost 20. In the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to have grandchildren, Lord willing. And I want to be on the floor with them. I want to be able to run around with them and stay active. I just want to see that in my life. And so I want that for you too. I feel like I'm jumping all around, but I get really excited when I talk about this stuff. Okay. I know all of this may seem a little overwhelming when you're juggling so many other responsibilities. Believe me, I know. I listed off all my things already. But this is why I love guiding women through this Trim Healthy process step by step. It's one thing to read about THM. It's one thing to have the cookbook. It's one thing to watch a video like I just did here. But it's a completely different animal to implement the Trim Healthy plan consistently and effectively. So if you're finding yourself going, yep, that's me. Yep. Or wishing maybe you had more support, I would love for you to consider joining my upcoming 6-week group. This group is called Spring Buds. Years ago, I started group coaching and I wanted to name it something cute. I adore flowers. I love flowers so much. And I decided to do buds and blooms. So a bud is that small flower that needs love, care, food, nourishment, support, and guidance, right? To end up blooming, right? And a lot of my blooms are here right now. Y'all can give us some puffy hearts and stuff, my sweet blooms. But in Spring Buds, we take 6 weeks. We take everything that I've talked about today. We expound upon it. You can ask me questions. We're going to implement it simply and sustainably. You won't just learn what to do. You'll actually do it with the support and resources that you need, that I can give you in a wonderful lifetime access group. So I hope that has blessed your heart. If that's something that you're interested in, you are more than welcome to ask for more details. You can put a comment here. You can message me. You can check out my website. Don't hesitate to reach out, because if I can help you, that's what I want to do. This is my passion in life, is helping women know more so they can be better and do better. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I love y'all so much. Hillary, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, Carol. Hey, Patty. I'm going to go. I got other things to do today, but I'm so glad that you spent time with me on this live. Share it for me. Give me some likes, give me some comments, keep this boosted. And if you have any questions about Spring Buds or coaching in general, I'm just a little message click away. Love y'all. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.